Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video here about my car, quick history, how I got it, a little story behind it. This here's my 91 Pontiac Trans Am GTA, and my love for these cars started back in 1999, 2000, somewhere around there. Guys I worked with, they were all getting Mustangs and Camaros, and one kid got a Firebird, and it was just, these were cheap base cars. I mean, they're the V6s, not much under the hood in terms of power. And I thought, yeah, I want to be like them. I want to be cool. And there was a local car lot, and it's since been closed. And it's if anybody's familiar with Central Illinois, I believe it was called River City Auto Sales, and it was on 29 at the end of Creve Coeur, almost where North Pekin kind of meet. Across the street was another car lot called Woody's Auto Sales. Anyway, he always had sweet cars. I mean, he always had some nice muscle cars, sports cars. And I was driving by and saw, funny enough, a couple of Camaros. And I remember one was green with white stripes. And that was one I was going to go look for. I'm like, that's the one I want, because it's like the other ones that the kids I worked with had. So I remember going up to the guy, I was looking at it, and I was like, yeah, I want a fast car, you know. And he's like, well, if you want a fast car, this is the one you want over here. And down another row was a maroon GTA. And the color code is called Brilliant Red. I'm a GTA guy. I love these cars. I do research on them, whatever. But the color code was a Brilliant Red GTA, which really looks like maroon. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. You know, I like it. And I took it. I remember taking it out, and I was like, this dude is fast. It's way faster than anything I'd ever drove. And in the same respect, these cars from the factory are only rated at 240 horse. So it's not like, you know, we're talking, I'm drawing a blank here. You know, 1100 horsepower car, whatever you call them. I can't think of them now. They're like $2 million. Whatever. Anyway, but for me, I've never drove a car that fast, and it was fast. It was faster than the Camaro I was looking at, because it was the V6, I think, RS. It wasn't an IROC or anything. It was the V6 RS. So it was quick. Anyway, I ended up buying it. Love the car. Made so many memories in that car. Met my wife, and we went on our first and a lot of dates in that car. And she's still with me. So that car is tied back. I'm a sentimental guy. If anybody really knows me, I'm a sentimentalist. I'm huge on sentiment. I can't help it. That's why I love pictures, and I love stuff that ties back to memories, because anyway, I'm getting bogged down here. But anyway, so that car, I loved it so much. I had so much fun in that car. And I remember there was one day I was talking to her on the phone. I'm like, yeah, there's a strip of road. I forget where it's at. I was like, I'm just going to go out and just run it wide open. And she's like, don't do it. Don't do it. So I'm like, I'll be fine. Well, I ended up blowing it up. Spun all the main bearings out of the bottom crank. And I ended up getting it fixed enough to get it running and trade it in. Well, years go by. Fast forward to 2018, 19. Friend of mine goes to church. He's like, hey, there's a guy I'm working with. He's wanting to sell his GTA. I'm like, what? Okay. Well, I mean, fast forward, these cars are now 20 years old. I mean, is it a turd? I mean, is it nice? Is it clean? I mean, I don't know. He's like, dude, it's super nice. He's like, he only drives it when it's warm out. He's like, it's never seen snow. And he's like, we've had it up in the air, and underneath it is clean. I'm like, all right. So I went and took a look at it, and I didn't pull the trigger because we had a van payment. I'm like, I still got a van payment. I don't want to have, 2 car payments because I'm going to take out a loan on it. I just don't have that much money sitting in, free reserves. Anyway, I passed on it. And I told myself if I ever had the opportunity to buy that car, another car like it, that nice, I'm jumping on it. Well, fast forward about 2 years later, I woke up one Sunday morning and looked out my front window, and that car was sitting across the street in front of my neighbor's house. And I about threw up. I'm like, are you serious? Like, how? I mean, what are the odds? So, to keep this video from being an hour long, that dude bought the car off of his coworker. They work at the same place. His mom and dad live across the street. I went over, started talking to him, struck up a friendship with him, and we're Facebook friends, and he might see this. I might post it, I might not, I don't know. But I told him, I was like, dude, if you ever want to sell that car, I will buy it from you. I will be the first one knocking down your door. He's like, all right. He's like, I probably won't sell it for a while. Like, okay. Fast forward a couple years later, co-worker that knew the guy that has the GTA, we began another job together, and he's like, hey man, he's wanting to sell his car. I heard through the grapevine he's thinking about selling it. I got on the phone with my bank, had the money in my account the next morning before he even said, hey, come and grab the car. Because he got cold feet. His son was wanting him to keep it, which I totally understand. He's like, I'm not sure I want to sell it. So I hammered him, and I was probably annoying and probably a little over the top, but you know what? I told him, I was like, I'm getting that car. If I ever have a chance to get this car again, I'm getting it. Well, about a week later, he got a hold of me. He's like, hey man, if you want the car, come grab it. I'll sell it to you. I jumped in the car, I jumped in the car and went straight to his house. Gave me his address. And I need to move my camera up here a bit, or I'll lift my head up.
What are you doing? Talking your car?
Maybe.
Weirdo.
So?
What are you doing?
I'm just enjoying my car. What do you want?
We have to leave in like an hour.
What? All right.
So I'm gonna whip up some tuna and we're gonna have to get grass basically.
All right. I'll be in a minute.
Will you bring him in when you come?
Yeah. Hey.
He's mine.
I can't enjoy it. We're working too hard today. I can't enjoy my car.
You're mine.
What?
You're mine.
So? You're sexy. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I went and grabbed the car. I knew before I even drove away that I was going to be taking it home. So we agreed on the price, exchanged money, exchanged the title, and the rest, as I say, is going to be history. This is a very well-kept car. There is some flaws. It's a 30-year-old car, but I will address those in time. It has been repainted. I've done some deep digging on it. I can tell there's some areas that the car has been repainted, and that will be addressed probably later down the road. There's a spot on the front nose right above the emblem that's cracked. When I have it painted, I'm going to have the body work done, clean that up, and I'm probably this probably won't be a Mako paint job on this. I'll probably go to an actual body shop, spend a few grand on it. But I mean, the dash is not cracked. Which a lot of these cars, the dash pad ends up cracking. So the dash is not cracked. The seats are in excellent condition. This thing has been well cared for its entire life. Been garaged probably most of its life. The guy I bought it from, he garaged it, and I promised him I would do the same. I'll never take it out in the snow. I took it out in the rain one time because I had to. I was taking it to get the rear end upgraded, which I have done that. It's got a 373 rear end in it, and it scoots. It has woke this car up. It scoots. So it has a Flowmaster, hooker headers, K&N. What?
I'm just getting a rag. Calm down. Duke's already inside.
Okay. So that's it. That's just an overview. I wanted to make a video about my car. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. Hopefully you're interested. And if you want to see more, taking it out, you know, doing some driving, doing some drone shots with it, I'll love to do that. Just leave something in the comments or something like that. But everything works on this car. The mirrors work, the windows work, the hatch works. The only thing that don't work, kinda, is the hatch release inside. It'll release, but it actually won't release it. It'll come up like they do. If anybody knows these cars, the hatch will slowly come up, but it actually won't release it. But it will pop with the key in the back, so I just use that. Again, 30-year-old car. AC works, heater works, nothing leaks. It sounds really good. So I'm probably going to have this car for a while. There's not really going to be anything that's going to get me to sell it. It's like I want this to be the car, you know, my kids, you know, when they get married, you know, they drive away. I want this to be their drive-away car. You know, this is going to be the one thing in life that I'm going to have. You know, my house, it's a decent house, but, you know, it's not $500,000 house, you know. This is something I can hold on to and keep. And, you know, this is my toy. This is my one thing, my guilty indulgence, my guilty pleasure. So that's it. Just wanted to do a quick rundown of my car. Just, you know, if anybody else is, you know, they want to see more about these and more about it, you know, be glad to make some more videos of this. This is fun. It's my fun little toys. So, all right. Thanks for listening to me ramble. See ya.